Rebecca's world condenses into warmth and softness. She's small, so small she could fit in the cup of her mother's hand. The room around her is blurred, the sounds muffled, gentle, like waves whispering against the shore. Someone is holding her, rocking her slowly back and forth, back and forth. There's a sweetness in the air she can't place but wants to melt into, a feeling so whole and pure she almost cries just feeling it. Mom, she thinks, as a bottle finds her lips. The milk is warm, filling her in a way that she feels in every bone and muscle and fingertip. She blinks up, squinting at the face that hovers above her, so close yet so impossible to see clearly, as if there's a mist between them, keeping her mother's face hidden in some secret way. And then, as her gaze focuses and unfocuses, the thought nudges its way into her mind again. It's me. The face looking down at her, humming softly, is her own. Her mother is herself, and she's the baby. She can feel the two parts of herself merging, the love that she's both giving and receiving, a loop of care, warmth, and quiet understanding that defies any kind of logic she's ever known. Rebecca, or the baby part of her, closes her eyes and drifts in and out of dreams, riding the rhythm of that gentle sway. They go on a walk, her mother, herself, pushing her in a stroller through aisles of strange, shadowed objects that hover just beyond recognition. It's a shop she's known forever, where everything is just how she remembers it, and yet different. She watches her own hands reach out, touching things that spark an odd familiarity. Her mother, or perhaps just herself, whispers in her ear words that are like soft brushes against her mind, things she can't fully understand but feels safe in. She watches a dog amble past the stroller, eyes wide with fascination, its coat gleaming in the warm glow of the shop. A cat stretches out on the windowsill, purring in a low, rumbling note that vibrates all the way through her little bones. She giggles, at least she thinks she does, for the sound is small, soft, like wind brushing past leaves. Every sight, every sound is something wonderful, something she wants to hold on to. The light fades, and they're home. She's in a crib, a warm blanket around her, everything feeling snug, safe, and slow. She looks up at the face above her, half lost in shadows and the soft glow of a nearby lamp. That's me. It hits her, harder this time, like a wave rolling up from deep water. She tries to scream or maybe just to say something, but all that comes out is a soft, half-formed cry. Her eyes drift shut as her mind tumbles back into the dark, feeling sleep rise up to cradle her like a gentle tide. When she opens her eyes again, she's no longer small. The crib is gone, and she's standing in a grand, sprawling house. It's vast and beautiful, with polished wood floors that reflect the glow of low golden lamps, casting everything in a warm, familiar light. Felix is there, smiling at her from across the room. He's different, older, his face lined with the gentle marks of time, but there's a lightness to him, a kind of joy that has softened every part of him. He looks as if he's spent years in happiness, as if that's something so much a part of him now he could never lose it. She hears laughter, clear, bright, and joyful, and sees 3 children darting through the rooms, their feet pattering against the floor, their voices echoing off walls that seem to hold the sound like a treasured secret. They're her children, she realizes, with an odd sense of wonder, as though this life is both strange and perfectly, perfectly right. She watches them move, each of them carrying pieces of her, of Felix, of some life she never lived but knows deep down is hers. She walks through the house, her fingers brushing against walls, furniture, framed photographs that seem to call to her from a life she can only half remember. Each room is a world in itself, filled with memories she can feel but not fully recall. A carved wooden chair that's smooth from years of use, a photo frame that catches the light just right, a soft, faded blue blanket that has been folded 100 times and then 100 times more. In the kitchen, she finds a memory of laughter, her younger self chopping vegetables while Felix hums a tune she can't quite remember. In the living room, she feels the echo of long conversations, whispered words, quiet evenings spent together after the children have gone to bed. Every corner holds something, a piece of her life, her story, all woven into the very fabric of the place, like threads that have made the tapestry of this life she somehow found herself in. Dinner? Felix's voice cuts through her thoughts, pulling her back to the present. His hand is warm on her shoulder, grounding her in this moment, in this place. She nods, feeling a warmth rise in her chest as they gather the children and bundle them up in coats and scarves, the house echoing with laughter and excitement as they pile into the car. They go to a Chinese restaurant, one she feels she's been to 100 times, though she can't quite remember when. The lights are bright, and the clinking of glasses and silverware fills the air, blending with the hum of voices and laughter. The children chatter excitedly, their faces glowing in the soft, warm light, as Felix sits beside her, his hand slipping into hers under the table. When the fortune cookies arrive, Rebecca picks one up, feeling a strange sense of anticipation. She cracks it open, the sound small and crisp, and pulls out the slip of paper inside. The words are simple, yet they land with a quiet weight. This is your final journey. There will be no going back. It feels like a wave washing over her, carrying away everything that came before. She's happy, she realizes, truly happy. But there's a sadness, too, a soft, lingering ache that sits alongside the joy, a small reminder of everything she's let go of, everything she's had to leave behind. She looks around the table at her children, their faces bright and eager, at Felix, who holds her hand as if it's the most natural thing in the world, and she feels a calm settle over her. Outside, snow begins to fall, tiny flakes drifting down in the soft glow of the Christmas lights that hang from every window, every door. There's a tree in the corner of the restaurant, adorned. Ornaments that catch the light, shimmering like little stars. Carols play faintly from somewhere in the background, the melody weaving through the room like a gentle current. Rebecca watches the snow, the lights, the joy and warmth that fills the air, and she knows this is where she's meant to be. She's reached the end of her journey, the final place where all her wandering has brought her. She is here, with the people she loves, in a life she has somehow crafted out of all the pieces of herself. There's no going back. And as she watches her family, as she feels Felix's hand in hers and the soft warmth of the room around her, she realizes she doesn't need to. There is no more searching, no more questions or endless spirals of thought. She is here, and that is enough. As the snow falls outside, as the children laugh and the lights twinkle in the soft glow of Christmas, Rebecca feels herself settle into this life, this final, quiet peace. It's the end of one story and the beginning of another, and for the first time, she feels truly ready to let go. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Mommy Sarah's Story Time. If you enjoyed the stories, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Remember, my channel is not monetized, and I write most of the content myself. On occasions when I don't, it's sourced through emails from trusted contacts. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you're able to, consider making a donation to support our channel. Your support means a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing more stories with you.